Greetings and salutations, because I think that's my intro now. Yep. So basically, if you can't tell, I'm filming a bunch of videos at the same time so that I can have things to upload fairly quickly so that we can get into this new phase of my channel relatively fast. And it's just basically a bunch of like, nothing in these videos is good. It's all hashtag filler, blah 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 blah. I kind of want to move on and get some new videos out there so that can flourish and bloom, and then people can kind of get the gist of what I'm making and see if they still want to like stick around. So I'm trying to film a lot of videos quickly, so most of these are going to be shit. This is an example of that. This is just a video of me talking about my top 5 OTPs. So if you don't know what OTP is, I really want to ask you, like, where have you been since like 2012? I think Tumblr got really big in 2012, and that's when like shipping became really common knowledge. Before then it was kind of like a weird thing. Like, I remember asking my friends who they shipped and them not having any idea what it meant, and me having to give like extensive like descriptions of what shipping meant for them to understand it, whereas now everyone knows. So basically OTP stands for one true pairing, but everyone has like 500. I know I have like 6,000, but these are my top 5, and then my number 1 I guess is my real OTP, my one true pairing, and I guess it is because it's been the same since I was 11. That probably gave it away. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video talking about my top 5. Why they're my top 5. It's a quick thing. This is what my content is like now. Enjoy it. My number 5 top OTP of all time is Nico and Will, who are from the Heroes of Olympus series / the Trials of Apollo series. Am I pointing at Trials of Apollo? I can't see where I'm pointing. Nico is the son of Hades, Will is the son of Apollo, and it's basically this really cliched like death versus sunshine thing, and it's really cute and I love it. I love seeing Nico happy. If you haven't read the Percy Jackson series, I know I talk about it a lot. Basically, Nico was introduced in the Titan's Curse. He was a really happy kid, then his sister died and he became this depressed, skinny, lonely kid. He was incredibly powerful and had like no real friends, and was kind of very closed off until up in House of Hades we figured out that a lot of that was because he was hiding that he had a huge crush on Percy Jackson, and kind of was very ashamed of that and didn't want to deal with that because he was already an outcast. He was already a kid of Hades, and now he had to be gay, and he didn't want to explain that, and so he was very closed off and he didn't want to talk about it to anyone. And then in Blood of Olympus he met Will, and everything kind of worked out. And now when you read The Hidden Oracle, which is the first Trials of Apollo book, Nico and Will are in it a lot and they're happy. Nico is happy and they have this really cute banter thing, and you know, Nico sits at the Apollo table even though he should be sitting at the Hades table, because you know, otherwise bad things will happen. And then when Apollo asks, like, doesn't Chiron get mad about that? He's like, oh, I have a doctor's note. His doctor is Will. And my number 4 OTP is also from Rick Riordan's lovely books, and it is Alex Fierro and Magnus Chase from the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series. I was really in love with the fact that in the first Magnus Chase book, Magnus didn't have a love interest. I was so on board for Magnus not having a love interest. Then Alex came along and decapitated him. Magnus very obviously has a crush on Alex, and I hope, I'm praying that in October Rick makes them canon. If they don't, I will never forgive him for that. I love them so much, and like Magnus can tell when Alex like is like changing gender, and he doesn't even like realize he does it. But in the end of what's the second one called? The Hammer of Thor, there's this scene where Magnus walks into Alex's room and just immediately calls him dude, and then at the end Alex is like, how did you tell I was male today? And then Magnus was like, I don't know, maybe I'm perceptive. And like, it's really cute and it's just really lovely, and I genuinely don't think Magnus gives a shit about the fact that Alex is gender fluid. Like, he just likes Alex. I love them so much and they better be canon. Number 3, we have Steve and Natasha from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not the comics, because if we're talking about the comics I would much rather not be with Bucky. But in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I really love Steve and Natasha together, like a lot. And obviously they're not going to be canon, because Natasha has that ugly storyline with Bruce. I'm sorry if you ship them, but that was terrible writing and it kind of ruined her character. The whole Age of Ultron film did. And you know, Steve is with Peggy's niece for some reason, and this is a ship that I kind of like know won't be canon, but I still love them. And you saw how close they have, such a nice platonic thing. But I'm someone who reads into things a lot more, and I think it's a lot more than a platonic thing. And I think it kind of, to me, it looks like, you know, they're both kind of in love with each other but don't think they deserve each other, so they push them away. In The Winter Soldier, you have Nat, who looked really sad as she was telling Steve that he should ask out Sharon, and she was pushing him away because she doesn't deserve Captain America. And then you have Steve, who doubts himself so much. He doesn't believe that he deserves the badass, strong Natasha Romanoff, who, you know, overdid everything. And so when he's telling Bruce, like, as the world's leading authority on waiting too long, don't. And he has that sad expression. And I just think they're really bantery, and I think they trust each other so much, and they're in this world where nothing is familiar, but they have this really, really nice, close friendship. And I think it kind of is more than a friendship. But I also am really here for just, like, male-female friendships that are just friendships, because we never see those in the media. Number 2, we have Stiles and Lydia from Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf, I have this mixed relationship with Teen Wolf. I'm not even up to date with it. I've seen the first episode of season 6B, and that's it, because I kind of don't really enjoy it that much anymore. I think it's gone seriously down a hill after season 3. It's just, they have the occasional good episode, like season 6 episode 10 was a fantastic episode, but it just kind of so down here. But I love these two. I've been rooting for them since episode 1, since Lydia was ignoring him, and everyone told me I was crazy because I swore that she was in love with him after she kissed him. I knew it, because after season 2, built a friendship. In season 3, it went past the, you know, kid that kind of used to, like, be in love with me. It became a genuine friendship, and then she kissed him, and then she fell in love with him too. Everyone told me I was crazy. Everyone was like, no, just deal with Stelia. They're a thing now. I never shipped Stelia. Never. I always stuck out for Stiles and Lydia. And then look what happened in season 6A. I was literally right. Literal quote from Lydia Martin. When I kissed him, that's when it all changed. Boom. And now they're canon. I waited so long for them to be canon. I've been waiting since season 1, guys. Season 1. Okay, now, number 1 OTP of all time. If you know me at all, you'll know this. Percy and Annabeth from the Percy Jackson and the Olympians / Heroes of Olympus / Trials of Apollo / Magnus Chase / you know, Demigods and Magicians / everything Rick Riordan has ever written in his children's series. I love that they went from, you know, these two people who kind of hate, like, he always kind of wanted to be her friend and she kind of hated him, and then he kind of explained that they didn't have to hate each other because of their parents, and she realized that he was a good guy, and they became friends, and they became really close friends, and they were best friends. And, you know, they kind of had major crushes on each other, but we're in such total denial, especially Percy. We're in such denial about that. Even in Titan's Curse, when he saw Aphrodite as Annabeth, he's like, what? I like Annabeth. What are you talking about? The whole choppy thing when Rachel Elizabeth Dare came in, because thanks Aphrodite, she wanted to make the love life interesting. And they finally get together in the last Olympian, and then they're the most beautiful relationship in all of Heroes of Olympus. All of that series, they were just gorgeous, you know. You literally have, Percy literally fell into hell with her because he didn't want to get separated from her again. He fell into hell! I don't think anything will ever top, and even still, it's mostly built on, their relationship is mostly built on friendship. Oh my god, I love them. I love them. So that was my top 5 OTPs. Hope you enjoyed this literal video form of a shitpost. Have a nice day. I love you all. Tell me who your OTPs are in the comments. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye. Mwah.